introduction for chemistry, specifically for the Form 1s. So in this video, we'll be looking at the 5 branches of chemistry. Rather, I prefer calling it a comprehensive journey through the diverse landscape of chemical science. My name is John Manda, a degree holder in natural sciences. Okay, so without further ado, we'll begin with the first branch of chemistry, which is organic chemistry, or the study of carbon-based compounds, okay? Or we can simply call it the chemistry of life, because it explores carbon's unique bonding abilities and the vast era of molecules in its forms. Okay, so some core focuses areas are hydrocarbons and functional groups. If we talk of hydrocarbons, we're talking about compounds which are formed basically with hydrogen and carbon. So we call them hydrocarbons. And we discuss in full about hydrocarbons when we look at organic chemistry in depth. Okay, apart from that, we have synthetic, pharmaceutical, and polymers. It is also discussed under organic chemistry, okay, where we look at how polymers are formed, polymerization, in short, yeah. So we also look at reaction mechanisms and molecular structures, how the structure of molecules are. So that is also discussed under organic chemistry. And we also have natural products from plants and animals. We also discuss that specifically under organic chemistry. Okay, so some examples in relation to organic chemistry, we have the formation of medicines like aspirin, antibiotics, and painkillers. Also, the production of plastics, which I've already mentioned, polymers. We also have synthetic and materials. Okay, so those are examples of plastics, and also we have examples of fuels like petrol, diesel, and biofuels. Okay, so that is all under organic chemistry. That is one of the branches in chemistry which we really need to understand to lay a firm foundation in chemistry. Apart from that, we also have a branch of chemistry known as inorganic chemistry, okay, where we discuss elements, minerals, and non-carbon compounds. Okay, if we talk of elements like the elements of the periodic table, okay, all those elements are now discussed under inorganic chemistry. Okay, even like the formation of metals and alloys, like the production of steel, catalysts, okay, and semiconductors for electronics. Okay, apart from that, we also have under inorganic chemistry, also have minerals and salts, okay, like rock formation, industrial chemicals, and fertilizers. That is under inorganic chemistry. Apart from that, we also have coordination compounds like mental complexes, catalysts, and pigments, and also dyes that are also discussed under inorganic chemistry. So it is also one of the branches of chemistry which we really need to understand, especially when it comes to the periodic table, because throughout chemistry we'll be mostly looking at the periodic table. No wonder you find that during an exam, a periodic table is provided, because those are the basis, or that is the firm foundation for chemistry. Okay, apart from organic chemistry, inorganic chemistry, we also have the third branch, which we call physical chemistry, okay, or the physics behind chemical reaction. I prefer calling it where physics meets chemistry, okay. Under here, we investigate the fundamental principles governing chemical behavior and energy transfer. Okay, so that is now discussed under physical chemistry. This is where physics meets chemistry. Okay, apart from those three, we also have analytical chemistry, okay, which helps us to identify and quantify matter. Okay, we know what matter is, so we quantify and identify matter by using analytical chemistry. Okay, because under this we detect the work of chemistry determining what substance are present and how much exists. Okay, so Under analytical chemistry, we have the first type of analytical chemistry, which is qualitative analysis. Okay, so under qualitative analysis, we identify unknown substances through chemical tests and instrumental methods. So that is under qualitative analysis. Apart from qualitative analysis, we also have quantitative analysis. Under quantitative analysis, or in general quantitative analysis, this is now where we measure prices amounts using titration, chromatography, and spectroscopy. Okay, so those are just some separation techniques or separation methods we use. So that is now under quantitative analysis. Apart from quantitative and qualitative, we also have quality control. Okay, ensuring that product purity in pharmaceutical, food, environmental is monitored. Okay, so that is now under quality control. So this is also another branch in chemistry which we also need to understand for us to lay a firm foundation in chemistry. And now the most interesting branch of chemistry is now biochemistry, chemistry of living organisms or living systems, we may call it. Where we have molecular biology like DNA, RNA, genetic information, protein synthesis. So that is under molecular biology. So this is now where we're combining the body mechanism or the structure of a living organism. Under chemistry, we discuss that. Okay. Apart from that, we also have enzymes and metabolisms. Metabolisms are simply chemical reactions that take place in the body of a living organisms, and enzymes, these are just biological catalysts, okay, which speeds up chemical reactions. So that is discussed under biochemistry, where we have biological catalysts, energy pathways, and cellular respiration. Okay, so that is under biochemistry. And we also have cell biochemistry, okay, where we have the membrane structure, how the structure of the membrane is, okay, signaling pathways and hormone formation. That is under biochemistry. Okay, so now biochemistry is like a bridge chemistry and between chemistry and biology, which makes us to understand the molecular basis of the life processes. Okay, so that is what it is. That is biochemistry. So those are the five branches of chemistry. But if we look at those five branches of chemistry, they do not work independently. Okay, so now here we're saying how the branches interconnect and overlap. Okay, mind you, chemistry's branches aren't isolated, they are constantly intersected, and they inform one another. Okay, like if we look at drug development, under drug development we look at the combination of organic chemistry, biochemistry, and analytical chemistry in just drug development. Okay, so in that example, you can see that the different branches of chemistry that are working intercoordinatically. Okay, the being for us to develop a drug, we should first look at its organic structure. The biochemistry is involved, and the analytical chemistry is also involved. We also have battery technology. Under battery technology, this is where we have physical chemistry, organic chemistry, and materials. Okay, just to look at the battery technology. Same applies to nanotechnology. It also has physical chemistry involved in organic chemistry and organic chemistry. Okay, nanotechnology. And lastly, environmental science. Under environmental science, we have analytical, biochemistry, and physical chemistry. Okay, so you can see that in those four examples I've given, we're having different branches of chemistry working together to just achieve a certain goal. Okay, so the key point here is that the branches of chemistry do not work in isolation. Okay, they don't work in isolation. There's always a constant intersection. Okay, and they inform one another. All right, now we can now look at some key takeaways. All right, for us to understand the chemistry's diverse landscape. Okay, like what we're talking about, which is 5 distinct but yet interconnected branches. Okay, we see that each branch offers a perspective on matter and molecular interactions. Okay, so that is how chemistry evolves. Okay, apart from that, we also have practical application everywhere. Okay, we can see that chemistry, from medicine to materials, chemistry shapes our modern world. Okay, so that is also one of the importance, whether I might put it that way. Okay, we also have a concept which I really love, which states that collaboration drives innovation. Okay, so under branches of chemistry which are different but they interconnect, you find that the most exciting discoveries happen at the intersection. Okay, at the intersection.